is crashing out at AEW for what he calls, quote, inhumane treatment, unquote. We have a lot to talk about. Another star has called out AEW in what seems to be some really, really hard times for the company as far as the way people view it. Here are some of the comments. Rey Fenix going on social media, absolutely crashing out, responding to a post by Dr. Chris Featherstone of Sportskeeda. Quote, I received information from an AEW source on November 20th regarding the Lucha Brothers status and did not report it as I was waiting for one of them to begin speaking their mind about the situation. I was told that the day that Penta's contract was soon ending with AEW, Rey Fenix did just that, spoke his mind. So here is some intel I received. Bullet point number 1. The alleged excuse that Tony Khan found out about Lucha Bros being in talks with WWE is fake news, and the real reason will be revealed. There is a real story behind the situation with Rey Fenix, which is, quote unquote, huge injustice. Last bullet, expect the Lucha Brothers to go more in depth about their time in AEW and why they are free and when they are free and clear to do so. When they do, it is going to be ugly. Rey Fenix responding to this saying, so far, the most accurate comment, but we're not even close to being done, because Rey Fenix then was throwing some very cryptic shots at AEW on Twitter. No one stays in a place where they received, quote unquote, inhumane treatment. Unfortunately, due to contractual issues, I cannot speak now, but I will have my time.
His time came very shortly after that.
Very shortly after. And this is the final tweet that was posted earlier that everyone is really taking note of. I needed a doctor, and you ignored me for months. Messy. No Lionel. This is crazy, honestly. Guys, I know that there's some differing issues about this, but I'm gonna let Brian go first. Brian, what was your initial reaction to the series of posts that went out on social media, Rey Fenix, and do you agree with his categorization of inhumane treatment?
I can't say. I don't know. We don't know exactly the details behind the scenes, so I don't want to say that the guy is wrong for using inhumane because we don't fully know everything. As of right now, we just know the guy had issues like with the doctor, like he needed a doctor, whatnot, and AEW apparently did not get him that. They might have gotten him that in the end. We don't know. But we do know that there has been issues with CM Punk in the past about this, with doctors and stuff like that. Not to bring him up, but this was another example of CM Punk going on a podcast and literally saying, "Hey, bro, they ain't helped me with no doctor. I had to get it myself." So we don't know how inhumane this really is till we really get to the nitty-gritty details. And I do fully expect to get some of those details very, very, very soon. So I don't want to say that he's wrong for using that word. I've seen some people clowning him online. And honestly, bro, I don't think it's fair to clown the guy. Whatever he felt, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We don't know exactly the extent of it, but this is the second person to go out there on the record talking about doctors and whatnot. And if it is a trend in AEW, I definitely think that something needs to pick up and get cleared up over there. That's just my 2 cents, though.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. You said this is the second person to talk about doctors. Who was the first?
CM Punk.
But CM Punk had issues with doctors in WWE. Did he say something about AEW doctors?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
well,
he
no,
did.
He said. Well,
he said He said stuff about the WWE doctors before.
So I want to be clear here. Punk's gripe, and I think Rey Fenix's gripe is less so with the doctors and more so with when it comes to AEW, with the management and the lack of communication. Because Punk claims that he ended up having to pay for his surgery. He ended up having to make his own doctor's appointments and etc. for an injury he received in the ring. And I think what Fenix is alluding to here, and again, like Brian said, we don't know all the details, but what he's alluding to here is he either did not get the care that he needed or there was an injury that was ignored or something to that effect.
Interesting. Now, AEW is a profitable company at this point, correct? We all know that's a fact, right?
In a couple of years,
I
yes.
think Tony Khan, to be doing this for 5 years now, I mean, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. So how could he just not get this guy a doctor if he's injured? You know what? You're a grown man. Can we please get that quote up here again? What did he say? Oh, that's not the one.
No.
Kenny, which one are we talking
There
about?
we go, right here. I needed a doctor, and you ignored me for months. Keep in mind, y'all, this is a grown man. This is a grown man saying he needed a doctor. Bro, you couldn't go find your own doctor for months?
Why is your employer not doing that for you, bro?
No, Kenny.
You can't go find a doctor?
Kenny, are we gonna play company's advocate here?
Bro,
Are you serious?
He's really doing it.
As
Man.
a
He's
man,
really doing it.
man, if I need a doctor and my job's not finding me a doctor, I'm gonna go find a doctor and I'm gonna invoice
that's
them.
fine,
Like, yo,
but
listen,
if I got injured under your everything, what like your business, it should be on you, bro. To find me a doctor. It's a business.
I'm hurt. I got hurt in your ring. You won't find me a doctor. I'm going to find a doctor and I'm going to invoice you.
That don't make the company right.
That
don't make the company right, though.
You said what?
That don't make the company right. Just because he went out and
got a doctor
right
as a man to go on the internet complaining because
Kenny, that's you're missing the point. You're deliberately going over the actual point. The actual point isn't about Rey Fenix and getting care or not care. The point is AEW in this situation, according to Rey Fenix, again, allegedly in this situation, they did not show him the medical care that he needed. They ignored his request. That is what he is alleging. So in that case, Kenny, the company is at fault, and he is right to be critical of them.
He can be critical of them all he wants, but as a man, you waited months before you went and found a doctor when you were hurt.
Nothing to do with the point.
You came out on the internet and said, I needed a doctor, and you ignored me for months. So you just laid in your bed. I need a doctor, bro. Why didn't I answer their phone? Bro, I need a doctor. Why didn't I pick it up? Bro, you go find a doctor and you invoice them. So that's on Rey Fenix. Now, as far as what's going on with AEW and the
bro, why is the company not being held responsible for this? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Kenny, but like, why are you not holding the company responsible? Why, if I got injured, why is it my responsibility to go and get my
we can hold the company responsible, but I have to hold him responsible as a man as well. Because this was crazy to me when I saw it. I'm like, bro, you are a grown man and you laid up in the bed injured for months before you went to seek out a doctor. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to this.
We're missing context.
I mean, how do you
feel like you're coming up with that?
I don't know. It's got nothing to do with the man.
He can't even put it on his own self to go find a doctor.
I don't respect a man who does it, bro. What is this? Like, stop this, bro. What you mean? Why you gaslighting on purpose, bro?
Here we go. PC Big Om going to talk about. I'm the man.
Big Om, welcome. I don't.
Now listen.
I don't care.
Why did this all just happen to come out to the forefront? Once Pentagon's free,
because
contract issues or whatever he was
he
obviously done because he said
Pentagon's free. Pentagon's free, clear and on. Now
Penta's free already, right?
Yes, he's a free agent.
Penta's free, but Rey Fenix, he's like, my brother's gone. I don't like this. I'm speaking out. Now you want to speak out because your brother.
I'm pretty sure they've been having issues since before, though, but this ain't new.
They have been having issues for a while.
Okay, but now he's speaking out because Penta's contract is clear.
Here's the issue, bro.
Released.
Here's the issue that a lot of people are talking about, though. They didn't get this man a doctor, but they also held him back on injury time.
As they would in WWE. If Seth Rollins is injured, you think they're going to let Seth Rollins go? If he's planning on leaving, it's not happening.
Bro, my point is, bro,
good for the goose is good for the gander.
As a company, if you did not do your due diligence to get the wrestler, your employee, or if they're in contract or whatever the case is, they still work for you, bro. If you ain't go out your way to get the medical attention, why would you hold somebody back on injury time?
Why not? Because you're under contract. You signed that contract saying, listen, if you get injured, we can extend this contract.
Yo, this is like profoundly one of the most unserious conversations we've had on this channel. That's saying a lot.
WWE did the same thing with Bryan Danielson, right?
Bro, they didn't.
Didn't they add injury time to this contract?
Yeah, bro. I'm not disagreeing with the injury time. I'm saying
wrong, dude. That was injury right. Time. And that was wrong too, Kenny. That was apt. That was a horrible decision. They shouldn't have done that. It was bad for the talent.
What happened with CM Punk and the Z-Packs in WWE.
Bro, that's nothing. First
Bro,
of
but
all,
what are we
you wanna talk about
doing
CM Punk?
here?
No,
What are we
hold on.
doing
But
Let me
we're
reel
looking.
it
We
back
gotta
in.
look at the bigger
Let me
picture.
reel it
This is
back
not an
in.
AEW problem. There is a problem
Let
with
me
doctors
reel
and
it
wrestling.
back
Period. That's
in.
the fact.
CM Punk on the Ariel Helwani show, as Brian alluded to, did also talk about there being problems with him seeing a doctor as well. He ended up actually communicating with Dr. Michael Sampson of AEW. He's their head medical physician there, and he ended up getting some stuff sorted out. But
Because that's the same CM Punk who went on Cole Cabana's podcast and said he had issues with doctors in WWE. So I mean, there's just a problem with doctors in wrestling. I mean, that's the bottom line. I think every
this isn't a
wrestling
doctor
company
thing, bro.
needs to get better doctors.
You're reading
check
this
on these wrestlers
entirely wrong.
after the matches to make sure they're not hurt. That's just a fact, bro. I mean,
Kenny, I think you're reading this entirely wrong. I don't know whether it's what's going on, bro.
What am I reading wrong, Big Om? Tell me what I'm reading.
I mean, if I explained it to you, you're just gonna go back to the doctor thing.
I mean, just explain it. Explain it to me, please.
Bro, it is not about the doctors. This is about AEW management not communicating with him. If Rey Fenix needs to go see a doctor about an AEW injury, who is he going to go to? He's going to go to talent relations, probably Christopher Daniels, probably someone up there, right? He's going to go to AEW management. The pattern that this and the Punk situation allude to, and again, I want to say allude to because we don't know for a fact, is that the mechanisms that AEW have in place for talent to go.
AEW have in place.
Go ahead.
No, that was a good one. I'm not even gonna that was pretty funny. No, that was pretty funny.
But just mad, bro. He mad, bro.
The mechanisms that AEW have in place.
Come on now, biggest mom, give it to me.
They're just not working. They're just not working, and
because one man said it.
No, there have been two very high profile cases of this.
CM Punk is who we don't care about because we know he's a complainer. He did the same thing in WWE, so he has a track record of this.
No, bro, CM Punk did not do the same thing in WWE, bro.
That's just
CM Punk was actually getting medical attention in WWE. The only thing is that they was clearing him before he was supposed to be cleared, and they were pushing him to be out there. It was really crappy. He was still getting it, but he complained just as much about it as he did on AEW's medical side. It's not like he just played one side and didn't say nothing about WWE's side. That's part of the reason why that's probably the biggest reason why he left WWE aside from all the BS.
I mean, that was part of the BS.
He left WWE because he was mad that he wasn't good enough to main event WrestleMania. Let's just call facts.
That's
but we got to look at AEW's track record. Julia Hart just got injured. Her arm was hurt. They got her a doctor expeditiously. She was having surgery that same week. Now she's already healed. She's on the way back. Will Hobbs got injured. They got him taken care of expeditiously. Now he's back in the ring. We look at.
So does AEW play favorites?
No, they don't play favorites. They just take care of their talent.
Obviously not.
I do think
we don't know the background of why.
And Keith Lee was wrestling injured.
In WWE and in AEW.
And AEW, but till he said something about it, and they were like, oh, snap. And this guy's been out for over a year.
FTR was too.
So I think
Scott Dawson, like they don't. Why would I tell you I'm injured, bro? My money's getting off the table. I'm gonna lose my spot.
Well, that's the wrestler's fault. The money's guaranteed. The money's not cutting off the table. They're getting the money regardless.
Merch. So you're gonna sell the same merch?
Nah,
on the
bro, ain't nobody selling merch in AEW. I got news
that merch. You're selling that merch. People love the FTR merch. But regardless, I do think there's one actual piece of this that we probably should talk about, and that is, I think in wrestling, there's always two sides of the story, right? And when you look at some of the stuff that's been happening with Rey Fenix, Penta, and AEW, I think you're going to have obviously Rey Fenix and Penta side has made it clear that the contract thing wasn't a thing and they weren't in talks with WWE, even though that's pretty much what everyone has said what happened. I think they're trying to separate themselves from this. And again, I'm looking at this from a particularly a PR perspective. They're trying to have the narrative be that it was more so about whether or not this doctor was seen by Rey Fenix or whatever, rather than the WWE stuff. I think that's kind of the separation there. But I don't know, man. It's crazy. Let us know in the comment section what you guys think about this. Do you think Rey Fenix is capping? Do you think Rey Fenix is telling the truth? What's going on? Let us know. Also,
let us know. As a man, would you lay in the bed hurt for months, or would you go find yourself a doctor? Brian, you got anything else to say about this?
You're wrong.
Make sure y'all don't forget to grip
that
ring while you kiss that ring.
And hit that like button.